Plastic. You know what it is, you use it every day, but what nobody told you is where it ends up. Scientists have found microplastics inside human blood, inside human lungs, inside human hearts, and inside human brains. This is not a future problem. This is not a warning. This is already inside you right now. This is under your skin. To understand what microplastics are doing to your body, you first need to understand how they get in. Every time you drink from a plastic bottle, you consume microplastics. A single liter of bottled water contains an average of 240,000 plastic particles. Every time you eat food heated in plastic containers or wrapped in plastic packaging, the particles leach directly into your meal. Seafood, salt, honey, beer, microplastics have been found in all of them. But eating is not the only way in. Every breath you take pulls microplastic fibers from the air. Studies estimate humans inhale or ingest between 74,000 and 121,000 microplastics every single year. That is a credit card's worth of plastic entering your body every single week. Stay with me, because what happens after they get inside is what should keep you up at night. Once inside the body, microplastics do not dissolve, they do not break down, they accumulate. When a microplastic particle enters a cell, the cell recognizes it as foreign and triggers an inflammatory response, which is called a foreign body response, the same response your body has to a splinter in your finger, except this splinter is inside every organ you have. Chronic inflammation, sustained, unrelenting, silent, is one of the root causes of cancer, heart disease, and neurological decline. And your body is experiencing this inflammation not from an infection that will pass, but from plastic that will not. But inflammation is only the beginning. Microplastics also carry chemical additives absorbed into the plastic during manufacturing, chemicals like phthalates and bisphenol, known endocrine disruptors. They mimic your hormones, binding to hormone receptors throughout your body, sending false signals to your reproductive system, your thyroid, your metabolism. Studies have found microplastics inside human placentas, in the tissue meant to protect an unborn child. The plastic we created is now present before a human being takes its first breath. But of all the places microplastics have been found, one location stands above the rest in terms of what it means for us. In 2024, a landmark study found that human brains contain significantly more plastic than human livers or kidneys. The blood-brain barrier, one of the most selective filters in biology, is being crossed by nanoplastics. Once inside the brain tissue, nanoplastics trigger neuroinflammation, activate microglial cells, and have been associated with accelerated cognitive decline. The organ that makes you, that holds every memory, every relationship, every thought you have ever had, is accumulating plastic. Now, before you spiral, there is something you need to hear. The science on microplastics is still developing. We do not yet know the full extent of the damage, but what we do know is significant enough to act on. Studies have directly linked microplastic exposure to increased risk of heart attack and stroke in people with cardiovascular disease. Studies have found microplastics in human testicular tissue at concentrations that correlate with reduced sperm counts globally. Global sperm counts have dropped by more than 50% since 1973, the same era plastic production exploded. You cannot avoid microplastics entirely. That battle is already lost, but you can dramatically reduce your exposure starting today. Switch from plastic bottles to glass or stainless steel. Never heat food in plastic containers. Filter your tap water. Reduce your consumption of ultra-processed foods. Eat fresh where you can, and ventilate your home. The air inside is more contaminated than outside. None of these choices will remove the plastic already inside you, but they will slow the rate at which more is added. In 70 years, we filled the oceans with plastic, the air with plastic, the food with plastic, and now we have filled ourselves. We did not know what we were doing. Now we do. What comes next is up to us. Next week, something else is already happening inside you, something that started the moment you turned 25. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This has been Under Your Skin. Sleep well.